pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Councilor Geisler.
Here.
Councilor Nelson.
Here.
Councilor Housechild.
Here.
Mayor Boucher.
Nothing. Public hearing, we don't have a public hearing. Communications, we have one communication that was placed on the file. Mr. Mulder, would you give us just a short synopsis of the presentations that we had at the agenda meeting?
So the financial statements, we provided you the third quarter financial statements and budget report. We're doing as expected. Inflation has impacted us a little bit on the budget, but we are right on target for that. We also had a utility rate study presented that was completed by Ellers. This was actually, they reviewed what they had done 5 years ago and just to make sure that we were on track. And they made recommendations for water, sewer, and stormwater fund increases for planning purposes for the next 5 years.
And did you want to have Joe speak to a little bit about the recap?
Yeah, and we just briefly discussed kind of an overview of all the actions that have been taken regarding information on the referendum from public information meetings held here that are also available online and still available online to some of the outreach that we've done in the community. So we feel really comfortable that we've put out our best foot forward and providing as much information as possible for folks making decisions about the referendum.
Thank you. Next item 8, public discussion. This is the time that individuals can address the council about any item not on the agenda. We ask that you limit your time to 3 minutes per person. Is there anyone either in chambers or online that wishes to address the council? If so, please state your name and address. Is there anyone who wishes to participate in public discussion with the council? Last opportunity for general public discussion. Is there anyone that wishes to speak to the council? If so, please state your name and address. Hearing none, we'll move on to the consent agenda. The consent agenda contains the minutes, approval or correction of the October 17th city council meeting and accounts payable for $599,178.75. Do we have a motion for the consent agenda?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Nelson, second by Councilor Geisler. Roll call, please.
Councilor Housechild.
Aye.
Councilor Nelson.
Aye.
Councilor Geisler.
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. Next, we have motions. A, appointment of James Nelson to the Park Board for a 3-year term ending in 12/31/2025. Do we have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Motion by Councilor Housechild, second by Councilor Geisler. Councilor Geisler and I interviewed 3 candidates for this position and decided that we felt that Mr. Nelson would be the one we would recommend moving forward with. Is there any questions or comments from council? Is there any public comment on this? Any public comment on the motion for appointment? Last opportunity for public comment on item number 10, motion for appointment to the Park Board. Roll call, please.
Councilor Nelson.
Aye.
Councilor Housechild.
Aye.
Councilor Geisler.
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. We have no ordinances this evening. Resolutions, resolution number 2022-123. Resolution approving St. Louis County's SAP 069-030059, CP 0048, County State Aid Highway number 48, Levake Road from Morris Thomas Road to Trunk Highway 53 within the city of Hermantown corporate limits. Do we have a motion?
All motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Geisler, second by Counselor Nelson. Mr. Mulder.
So this is a county project, and because they're using county state aid funds, they need municipal consent, and they'll be doing a chip seal on this stretch of road from Morristown to 53 on the lake.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from council? I think any road maintenance that we can get is good. Do we have any public input on this matter? If so, please state your name and address for the record. Is there any public input on resolution 2022-123? Last opportunity for public input on the resolution approving a St. Louis County's chip seal of the Levake Road from Morris Thomas Road to Trunk Highway 53. Roll call, please.
Counselor Housechild,
Aye.
Counselor Geisler,
Aye.
Counselor Nelson,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. Resolution 2022-124, resolution authorizing and directing the mayor and city clerk to execute and deliver a cooperative agreement between St. Louis County and the city of Hermantown for 2023 crack sealing CP 0000401121 Rose Road. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Counselor Housechild. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Counselor Nelson. Mr. Mulder.
So similar to the previous one, the county will be doing some crack sealing on Rose Road outside of the city limits. But because Rose Road is a city road from Solway to Midway, we're going to have an agreement with them that they'll go out for bid for that stretch of mile as well, and they'll administer the contract, and then we'll pay for that construction.
For the portion in Hermantown.
Right, just that 1 mile.
Any questions or comments from council?
Just a quick question, Mr. Mulder, do we sign a contract with the contractor to do the work, or is we just deal everything with the county?
It'll be a county contract. They'll let the bid and award it,
Okay.
and then we just pay the county.
It's kind of a pass through
Yeah.
to the county. Okay, so not much on our end to do.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else from council? Is there any public input on this resolution? Is there any public input on resolution 2022-124? One last opportunity for public input on the resolution authorizing the cooperative agreement with St. Louis County for crack sealing of the Rose Road. Roll call, please.
Counselor Geisler,
Aye.
Counselor Nelson,
Aye.
Counselor Housechild,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. Resolution 2022-125, resolution approving final plans and specifications and ordering advertisement for bids for road improvement district number 534, Uggstead Road. Do we have a motion?
All motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Geisler, second by Counselor Housechild. Mr. Mulder.
So one more road improvement project on the agenda tonight. This one is a city project, and we'll be redoing Uggstead Road from Maple Grove to Highway 53 and a small section of Arrowhead Road at the near the schools. This is a project that we originally scheduled for 2022, but we needed the state to approve the final plans. They did that late this fall. And so now we want to put out this for bid now so that we can let that contract out as soon as we can in 2023.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from council?
Just happy to see it being done. I think it's going to be a great, with the wellness center and everything there, it's going to be a big improvement.
Mr. Mulder, originally this was scheduled to be done in both 2023 and 2020 or 2022 and 2023 over 2 years.
Well, originally we had planned to do it all in 2022. And then at one point in time, we were hoping to do part of it in 2022 and part in 23 and stage that around the school year, but we're going to get it all done in 2023 now.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments from council? Is there any public input on resolution 2022-125? Is there any public input on this resolution? If so, state your name and address for the record. Is there any public input on the resolution ordering advertisement for bids on the Uggstead Road improvement? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Counselor Nelson,
Aye.
Counselor Housechild,
Aye.
Counselor Geisler,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. Resolution 2022-126, resolution directing preparation of assessment roll for delinquent water and sewer use, hookup, permit and availability charges and stormwater charges, and directing notice of such assessment be given. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Housechild, second by Counselor Nelson. Mr. Mulder?
This is an annual resolution that we do at this time of year when we look at all of the delinquent utilities that have not been paid. So we put those, we put the residents on notice that they have a chance to come to utility commission for a hearing. That hearing was on October 20th. Nobody showed up. So we'll finalize this list for your final approval in 2 weeks before we send it to the county. Of the people that have not paid their utility bills, we'll simply put it as part of their tax bill.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from council? And I'd like to comment that normally we have a list as part of this motion, but the list is a work in progress and changing daily is the reason we don't have one at this point. Any other questions or comments from council? Is there any public input on resolution 2022-126? Is there any public input on the resolution preparing assessment roll for delinquent utility charges? Is there any public input on this resolution? Roll call, please.
Counselor Geisler,
Aye.
Counselor Nelson,
Aye.
Counselor Housechild,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. Resolution 2022-127, resolution awarding contract for a zero-turn mower to Malacca General Rental Center Incorporated in the amount of $23,499. Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Nelson, second by Counselor Geisler. Mr. Mulder?
So this is for the purchase of a mower in the Public Works Department that will be used primarily in the parks and along some of the trails.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from council? Hearing none, is there any public input on this resolution? Is there any public input on the resolution awarding a contract to purchase a zero-turn mower? Is there any public input on resolution 2022-127? Roll call, please.
Counselor Housechild,
Aye.
Counselor Geisler,
Aye.
Counselor Nelson,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. And one last bit of business, a motion to recess.
So moved.
Motion,
Second.
Unanimous approval or unanimous.
motion by Counselor Housechild, second by Counselor Nelson. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Did I get that right?
You did?
You did?